Lefty Brian Anderson last Sunday and losing to the Athletics pitched into the 7th inning before relinquishing the lead when the A's scored 3 times. But the A's didn't let him get that much leeway tonight. Right from the get-go with Eric Burns leading off in the bottom of the first. And the pitch. Swung on, hit into right center field, drifting away, and Beltran can't get to it. He has to play the hop as it gets to the wall, and Burns is in with a leadoff double at second base. Bobby Kelly then drew a base on balls, and with Eric Chavez up, very quickly the A's would get on the board. Anderson to the plate. Swinging a looper down the left field side. That could be trouble. Berger coming on. Can't get to it. In for a base hit. Burns around third. Tearing for the plate. Berger's throw is cut off. And the A's have a run. Eric Chavez just flared one in the perfect spot in shallow left field. Berger playing too deep to manage to run it down. And Burns scores from second. 1-0 Athletics. Chavez getting his 23rd run batted into the year. Kelty stopping at second base. And that'll bring up Jermaine Dye. Anderson trying to get that first out of the inning had Dye with 2 strikes. Dye hits it on the line, right center, base hit. Around third, Kelty coming to the plate. He'll score without a throw. 2-0 Athletics. 4 straight batters have reached, 3 hits. And Anderson is in big trouble in the first inning at the Coliseum. It looked like it could be an inning out of control when he walked Hatterberg below the bases, but then he bore down. He struck out Eric Karras looking and got Damian Miller to hit into a double play, so he limited the damage to just those 2 runs. He also suffered in the 3rd inning from, the 2nd inning from a defensive lapse after Bobby Crosby had grounded out. Marco Scutaro had 2 hits tonight, singled. Scutaro was at second with 2 away when Kelty drew a base on balls, and then Anderson seemed to have achieved the 3rd out when Eric Chavez popped up. He swings and pops it up, and that's playable. Up the third baseline from home, and it gets away from the catcher, but it goes foul. No, it's ruled fair. Scoring from second base is Scutaro. The catcher, Stinnett, went up the line, staggered. The ball moved around enough. He missed it. For a moment, I thought it would hit the ground and kick foul. It did, but apparently he touched it. Immediately, the plate umpire motioned fair. The A's get a run to make it 3-0. And over to third base is Kelty, and down at first is Chavez.
A real miscommunication by Kansas City. That has got to be Joe Randa's ball.
Well, he came charging down, but apparently, as you say, they didn't communicate.
Got to be the third baseman's ball.
Mulder started out strong, retiring the first 7 batters tonight, and then he had 2 strikes on Stinnett, the catcher, in the 8th spot in the order, and he hit him with a cut fastball down and in, becoming the first base runner. Lopez then was thrown out by Chavez, and Baroa was hit by a pitch before Mulder got Carlos Beltran to fly out to center field and end that threat. Meantime, of course, no hits for the Royals. With 2 out in the 3rd, it looked like Anderson might have stabilized a little bit, but Damian Miller interrupted any thoughts of that with a slicing double on the chalk down into the right field corner, and it wasn't long before Anderson had more runs on the board against his name, Bobby Crosby, responsible.
So now Miller at second, 3-0 A's, 2 out, bottom of the 3rd. And Bobby Crosby hits a drive to left field. Berger going back. He's going to watch, and it is gone. Up into the bleachers in left field. A 2-run home run for Bobby Crosby, and it is 5-0 Athletics. And the kid shortstop is coming around.
Anderson then went 3-2 on the next hitter, Marco Scutaro.
The Athletics now have hit 52 home runs. Anderson fires a 3-2 pitch, and it's driven to center field. Beltran back. Beltran at the track. He's at the wall. He's going to watch it. It's gone. Back-to-back home runs by Crosby and now Scutaro. And the A's take a 6-0 lead. That's his first as an Athletic. On a 3-2 pitch and after a long battle with Brian Anderson.
Anderson was done after 3, and then the first of 3 relievers, Justin Heisman, came in. and he kept things in order, retired 5 straight batters, but Crosby had something to say about that when he batted with 2 out in the bottom of the 5th. Crosby socked his 6th home run of the year in the 3rd inning. A 2-run blast. He now has 17 runs batted in. There's another one. Way back in left field. What a monster shot. Home run by Crosby, and that landed in the 2nd deck. Holy Toledo. He was all over that one. His last 2 at-bats, a homer, 3 RBIs. He has 7 for the year and 18 runs batted in for the year. Meantime, Mulder was mowing down the Kansas City hitters. 1, 2, 3 in the 4th, 1, 2, 3 in the 5th. He hit Lopez with a pitch in the 6th inning, his 3rd hit batsman, but at this point, all the runners had been aboard in that manner. No hits. Garoa quickly grounded into a double play, and Beltran flied to left, and so it was a 3-batter inning for Mulder. And as we went to the 7th, the A's still had that 7-run bulge, and Mulder was facing Mike Sweeney. Fans were beginning to think of the possibility of a no-hitter, remembering that Mulder had pitched a perfect game for 7 innings back in July of 2001 at Arizona against the Diamondbacks before finally finishing up with a 1-hitter. Sweeney spoiled those dreams, though, to lead off the 7th.
Mulder up on top. Mark turns and fires. Here's the 1-1 pitch now. And it's a ground ball to the hole and through into left field for a base hit. And there's the first hit for Kansas City tonight. A diving try to the backhand side by Crosby, but no chance. So Mark Mulder throws 6 innings of no-hit baseball. And a nice response from the fans here.
Wilton Guerrero then followed with a single to left, and there were runners at 1st and 2nd. The first real threat of the night by Kansas City, but quickly Mulder doused water on that one, getting Joe Randa to hit into a 6-4-3 double play. And then with Big Ken Harvey at the plate, who had struck out swinging the first 2 times, finishing him off.
93 pitches for Mulder now. He's K'd 5 tonight. Sweeney down the line from 3rd. Harvey back to the plate. Mulder 3rd base side of the rubber. Out of the stretch. And now the 1-2 pitch is swung on and missed. He got it with a fastball on the outside corner. Ken Harvey, 3 at-bats and 3 strikeouts. 6 for the game for Mulder. And we go to the bottom of the 7th. A's 7, Kansas City nothing.
Nothing much stood in the way of Mulder after that. A 1-2-3-8 inning, a 6-pitch hitting, all on fly balls. In the 9th, Baroa led off with a base hit infield behind 2nd. Crosby made the play, but he pulled Hatterberg up and off the bag. It was a terrific play just to get to the ball. So the infield hit made 3 base hits off Mulder. He quickly nullified that because the 3rd 6-4-3 double play of the night was upcoming off the bat of Carlos Beltran. And with 2 out, it was just Mike Sweeney at the plate. Mulder into the line and delivers. Cut on and hit high in the air to shallow center. Burns is under it, and he has it. And the A's have taken the first game of the series. Mulder pitches his 2nd complete game in less than a week against the Kansas City Royals, notching a 3-hit shutout. The A's now have won 3 straight, 6 of the last 7, 9 of the last 11, 11 of the last 14. Final score, the A's 7, the Royals nothing.